Hey, who else? Program yearbook scorecard lineup for today's game.
Oh, yes! Ain't no stopping us now.
Let's pick the 4 best players, me and you and Tony and Buck. I'll help. I'll help. You the 2 picks. Come on, man.
4 more for the 4 games you're going to win to win the 1979 Fall Classic.
You never know when you get in Baltimore.
I love the Oriloes. I've been watching them ever since I was a little girl. This is my first World Series, and they waited for me.
I think the Pirates are going to win because they got the most devastating hitting in the National League or any list.
No, not all the time, but he's primarily going to throw fastballs, 80% fastballs in a ball game, and especially if he's getting them out.
It took about 7 sliders.
I'll make it talk, I'll make it talk. Don't, stay there. Cut. Put on the floor, make it talk. Make it talk. No, man, I can't make it talk. It'll talk tonight.
Lee turned around. Dave Parker gave up.
Let's go, Bucks! Let's go, Bucks! Let's go, Bucks! Let's go, Bucks!
The 1979 World Series. The clamor of the fans equals the glamour of the event. Memorial Stadium, home of the surprising Baltimore Orioles, winners of 102 regular season games. A team that defied the odds makers by overthrowing the world champion New York Yankees, then beating the California Angels in 4 games to win the American League pennant. After an opening night rainout, the birds and their flock are set to battle the team that calls itself the Family. The loose and limber Pittsburgh Pirates, winners of 98 games, the most by a Pittsburgh team in 70 years. But the Bucks' divisional battle with Montreal wasn't settled until the final day. Captain Willie Stargell then steered the Pirate ship to a sweep of Cincinnati in the National League Championship Series. A superb matchup for baseball's 76th World Series.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the Pittsburgh Pirates, first baseman, Willie Stargell. And now the man who brought you 5 American League pennant winners, the manager, Earl Weaver.
Over 53,000 bird watchers roar as Brooks Robinson, whose brilliance at third won Baltimore its last world title in 1970, throws the first ball to successor Doug DeCinces. Brooks was also there in 71 against these same Pirates, who rallied to a 7-game victory. And now in 1979, Bruce Keeson, a Pirate hero as a rookie in the 71 series, faces Baltimore in the bottom of the first.
Let's go. Let's go, Al. Come on.
Leadoff man Al Bumbry, one of many Orioles who turned on the fans during the season, turns them on once again.
All right, all right.
With the decibel level rising, the birds pose the first threat, loading the bases with only 1 out. John Lowenstein, ace utility man, wraps a double play ball to Phil Garner, but no double play here. 2 Orioles score, and the birds are off and winging. Whether it's the chilly Baltimore air or more of the sorcery which the Orioles worked here all season long, no one can stop it. no one can stop Keeson's wild pitch. The Orioles lead 3-0 to the merriment of this wild flock of fans. Captain Willie Stargell wants no more miscues and tells his mates to relax. But Doug DeCinces doesn't give them a chance to relax. Sailing Keeson's offering deep into a big black sky. DeCinces' two-run homer not only lifts the volume still higher, but threatens to turn Game 1 into a roaring rout. 5 Oriole runs in the first inning of the first game also sets a World Series record.
All right, Keeson, that's all for you.
Bruce Keeson departs, down 5-0, but is ably relieved by Jim Rooker, Enrique Romo, and Don Robinson, who collectively slammed the door through the 7th. Meanwhile, Mike Flanagan must restrain the free-swinging Bucks. In the 6th, Phil Garner's up with the bases loaded and the Pirates trailing 5-1. Two-run score as the Bucks play what will be the theme of this series, comeback. In the 8th, Willie Stargell rocks one high and deep over the right field fence. And the screws tighten on Flanagan. It's something Mr. Stargell has done many times this season. The gap is narrowed to 5-4. But in the 9th, manager Earl Weaver still sticks with his 23-game winner. The potential tying run, Dave Parker, stands at third. At the plate, it's that man again, Willie Stargell. With 2 outs, it comes down to strength against strength, and Flanagan wins. Belanger closes the book on Game 1. Jubilation and congratulations for a weary Mike Flanagan, and the fans demand a curtain call. A fantastic ovation for the man who met all the challenges of the evening. Of course, the challenges have only just begun. In Game 2, the slate is cleaned as Baltimore's perennial ace, Jim Palmer, he of picture book motions and history book numbers, gets a second inning call from Bill Madlock and the Pittsburgh Lumber Company.
Yes, sir!
Mad Dog's hit brings up the Bucks' first run as Stargell scores.
Way to give us a start, Will. Nice going, big man. Way to give us a start. Something started, Pop.
And a sacrifice fly later brings home another. The Birds are down early, 2-0. But young slugger Eddie Murray is up in the bottom of the 2nd, and so are his fans.
Batting first, Eddie Murray.
Bert Blyleven tries a changeup. Murray times it, then admires it. For Baltimore, Eddie Murray is the story of Game 2. He collects 3 hits, including a game-tying double in the 6th, setting up a battle of pitching and defense. Palmer finds his groove, and so does Mr. Murray at first. In the Baltimore 8th, with 2 on, no outs, Weaver decides not to bunt. And shortstop Tim Foley starts a heads-up rally-breaking double play, catching Eddie Murray. Earlier in the game, the Orioles threatened to go ahead, but right fielder Dave Parker showed his stuff, nailing Murray at home. Baltimore would run no more on Parker. In the ninth, catcher Rick Dempsey delivered a similar message to Matt Alexander and Pittsburgh's famed running attack. When opponents try to steal, said Dempsey, they're just doing me a favor. But the Pirate threat was not over. With 2 out, a single and a walk gave pinch hitter Manny Sanguillen a chance to swing an experienced, if somewhat rusty bat. On the mound, eccentric relief ace Don Stanhouse. Potential lead run at second.
Nice going, Otter, and away to go.
Ed Ott's fadeaway slide well-deserved Chuck Tanner's gratitude, but most deserving, Manny Sanguillen, who got a big one home after driving in only 4 all year. Eddie Murray's questionable cutoff may have also helped. The Pirates led 3-2, and the Birds now had to peck at a human scarecrow, Kent Tekulve, owner of 31 regular season saves. Wheeling like a unicyclist on a seesaw, Tekulve fires low and away. 1 out. Low and in. 2 out. And in the spirit of Pirate togetherness, Tekulve lets the infield handle the last one. 3 out. The 3-2 win puts the Bucks back in business, happy with a split on Baltimore soil. Now they look forward to the comforts of their own home. So, goodbye, Baltimore. Hello, Pittsburgh, city of 3 rivers and the disco-dealing Buccaneers, known here as the Family.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family.
The ballpark loudspeakers blare the theme song for all to hear, with a family-style kiss from Mrs. Danny Murtaugh. And a hero's welcome for Manny Sanguillen, the family, and a full house of loving fans swing into action for Game 3. Leadoff man Omar Moreno gets him rolling. The Cobra, Dave Parker, brings him home. And scrap iron Phil Garner drives in 2 more in the second with a double. The family rejoices as Pittsburgh Lumber builds a 3-0 lead. In the third, Benny Ayala, a surprise starter in Earl Weaver's lineup, gets his pitch and turns John Candelaria around. Candy's consternation is understandable. The 28-year-old Ayala had played in only 46 big league games before this season. Now, this 2-run homer. And after a rain delay, the Candy man has trouble finding his footing in the 4th. Rich Dower is looking to get the Birds on the move. His leadoff double does just that. Rick Dempsey keeps the Birds moving in the right direction. An error loads the bases for shortstop Chico Garcia, whose bat turns the Orioles on to a beat of their own.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. Ain't no stopping us now. We've got the groove. We got it. No, no, no. We're on the move. We're moving. We're grooving. Moving, yeah, yeah. We're grooving. Moving.
Garcia ends the day with 4 hits and 4 RBIs. Garcia and Ayala. Weaver's surprising 1-2 punch drives in 6 of Baltimore's 8 runs. And 8 is enough for Scott McGregor. McGregor goes the distance, throwing only 96 pitches, of which 78 were strikes. And 8-4 comeback victory with unlikely Oriole heroes. Indicative, said John Lowenstein, of our style of play all year. Totally unrehearsed. Or in Weaver's words, that's exactly how we won the pennant. And as the fans flow to Three Rivers for Game 4, the Orioles are confident that no one can stop them now. On the other hand, the fighting spirit of the swashbuckling Buccaneers still sounds the familiar battle cry. And seldom has Pops Willie Stargell let his people down. In the second against Dennis Martinez, Stargell demonstrates his paternal power. Willie Stargell would be worth his weight in Pirate stars just for the spiritual lift he gives his team. Add 32 homers, his clutch hitting in the pennant stretch and playoff, and it's easy to see why he's the focal point of this World Series. The Pirates keep it going. John Milner singles, and Bill Madlock, who's found a home in Pittsburgh, wraps a ground rule double into the bullpen. Now there's runners at second and third.
A ground rule double. Oh, we missed a run. We'll get him.
Catcher Ed Ott is next. And he proves one good ground rule double deserves another. 2 runs come home, and Three Rivers roars on. The 4-run second is the earmarks of a runaway, but this series defies the predictable. The Orioles close. And all the noise belongs to the Oriole dugout. The triumphant Birds finish with a 6-run 8th, aided by rookie pitcher Tim Stoddard's first professional hit. Weaver let him hit, and then he pitches 3 scoreless innings. 17 hits and a Pirate lead obliterated by Weaver's strategy and the Orioles' stout 9-6 comeback. Earl's comment, "I'll go home tonight knowing I did everything today that I wanted to do." The Orioles are up 3-1. The Pirates 1 defeat away from elimination. But the next day at Three Rivers Stadium, Pirate fans are eager, ready to go. Their faith still unshaken.
I think they just had the best ball club. So far they proved they gave away the first game, and they won the second and gave last night. Yeah, I thought they had a possibility of coming back at any time.
They're maybe down 3-1, but they have a good enough ball club. They can come back. They're a good comeback team.
The Bucks are down 3-1, but they're going to win today, and the momentum will be with them. The momentum will take them back to Baltimore, and I look for them to take the next 3 games.
We're going to come back because we have the greatest ball team in the world.
We're going to pluck them today, and we're going to eat them tomorrow. That's what we're going to do.
Well, if that's what they're gonna do, they'll have to beat the Major's winningest pitcher, Mike Flanagan. 8-time 20-game winner Jim Palmer and crafty Scott McGregor, a seemingly impossible task. And who starts for Pittsburgh in Game 5? 37-year-old Jim Rooker, a 4-7 record, 8 weeks on the disabled list. But Bill Mazeroski, Pirate hero in the 1960 World Series, reminds Pirate fans miracles can happen. Rooker responds with 4 no-hit innings and only 1 run in 5. All I was hoping to do, said Rooker, was keep us in the ballgame. Exactly what he did. Meanwhile, Mike Flanagan was doing even better until the 6th, when the Bucks tied him. And then a decision to pitch to Bill Madlock untied him. Madlock's clutch single produces a 2-1 lead, and that old family feeling was rocking and a-reeling again.
We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. We are family. I got all my sisters with me. We are family. Get up, everybody, and sing. Everyone can see we're together as we walk on by, and we fly just like birds of a feather. I won't tell no lie. All of the people around us, they say, can they be that close? Just let me state for the record, we're giving love in a family dose. We are family.
The long-awaited Pirate eruption finally happened as Baltimore's bullpen collapsed. A decisive 7-1 final, aided by 4 uncompromising relief innings from Bert Blyleven, his first bullpen work in 7 years. The Bucks were still alive and headed back to Baltimore. Game 6, Mary Dobkin, honored for her work in the Baltimore Youth League, shares center stage with baseball commissioner Bowie Kuhn. Pitching with sore ribs, a grim John Candelaria has early problems. Kiko Garcia at first after a leadoff single. Ken Singleton batting, and the volume is up again at Memorial Stadium. Runners at second and first, 1 out, and the dangerous Eddie Murray at bat. Candelaria, knowing he can't bring the heat, must now rely on his good breaking ball. And Bill Madlock does the rest. The Candyman completes 6 gutsy shutout innings, allowing only 6 hits and no walks. His opponent, Jim Palmer, is even more impressive, allowing no runs and only 4 hits through 6. For the second time in this series, Palmer is pitching well, and the fans are behind him. It's the 7th inning, 1 away.
Come on, baby. Come on, Jim. 8 outs, baby.
Omar Moreno up.
Off for the table.
He finds a hole, and the National League's top base stealer is aboard.
Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing. Ain't nothing.
But Palmer knows Moreno's speed is a real danger, especially when Tim Foley is up to hit and run. A possible double play ball arrives with Moreno, confusing Garcia. Both runners safe. If that wasn't enough, Dave Parker's presence offers no encouragement to Palmer's predicament. Parker's smash fatally eludes Dower. The scoreless deadlock has been cracked as Moreno speeds home. The Pirates add one more in the 7th, and any hopes of Palmer keeping the game close are dashed in the 8th. Phil Garner, riding a 23-game hitting streak, bats without at first. And Scrap Iron strikes another key blow as the ball fools Ayala in left. A ground rule double. Ott stops at 3rd. Garner at 2nd. Bill Robinson gets Ott home with a sacrifice fly, and now the table is set for the man who started Palmer's woes. Omar Moreno sweet swings his 7th hit in the last 4 games. Garner scores as the seams unravel for Baltimore. And who should be there to neatly sew it up but Pittsburgh's Kent Tekulve, who smartly whips through 3 shutout innings. Fate may have played a hand on this one, but as Dave Parker said, we have some very unique individuals on this club. Yes, indeed. 4-0 Pittsburgh, a most impressive comeback, squaring the Fall Classic at 3 games apiece. A 3-1 deficit, now a 1-game issue. Game 7. Preparation intensifies for the final battle. Every man searching for an edge. Past sundown, and just like an old Western, both sides line up for the final shootout. The fans are also primed, including a record television audience. President Jimmy Carter is also present. But the hometown cheers are conducted by Baltimore's #1 enthusiast, Wild Bill Hagee. Pirate starter Jim Bibby is pitching a scoreless game in the 3rd as Rich Dower steps up to the choral cry of Section 34. Puts the Birds on top, 1-0, ending an Oriole runless drought of 15 frames. And the Bird Watchers use all of their vocal power to help them get more. But again, after grabbing the early lead, the Orioles can't crack Pittsburgh's bullpen. Grant Jackson, unscored on in the series, contributes 2 2/3 innings of shutout ball. But Pittsburgh hasn't scored at all. Baltimore left-hander Scott McGregor cunningly protects his slim advantage. In the sixth, Bill Robinson, another late-blooming Pirate veteran, wraps a one-out single past Garcia at short. With Baltimore fans counting down the outs, Pittsburgh's Man of the Year takes his cut. Young McGregor knows the score, and so does everyone watching Willie Stargell clock the bat. Bill Robinson tells the story in Dance Memorial Stadium in silence. This large man has finally met his long-deserved hour of deliverance in the game of baseball, as it did for his late teammate Roberto Clemente in '71. The spirit of Willie Stargell comes home to its source, the family.
Nice go, Will. That way to go, big man. All right, that's the way to put us in front. All right.
Still down 2-1 in the eighth, the Orioles get something going, loading the bases with 2 away against the now familiar specter known as Kent Tekulve. A sense persists that this is the final challenge of '79. Eddie Murray, suffering an 0 for 20 slump since Game 2, but still ever so dangerous. Murray drives it deep to right, but not quite deep enough. And the fans tell the whole story for Baltimore. A classic 7-game battle of brilliant comebacks by both sides now prepares for the closing curtain. Pittsburgh adds 2 insurance runs in the top of the 9th. And in the bottom, a weary Tekulve is 1 out away from giving Pittsburgh its 5th World Championship. Four to 1 Pirates. Pop Stargell and company have done it. Only the 5th team in World Series history to come back after being down 3 games to 1. It all tops a fantastic year of baseball. 1979, year of the fan, year of the Oriole, and most of all, year of the family, the world champion Pittsburgh Pirates. In a series overloaded with individual heroics, the Pirate pitching staff, led by Kent Tekulve, held Baltimore to only 2 runs in the last 3 games. For the Orioles, Mike Flanagan, soon to be named Cy Young winner, headed a starting staff often overpowering. Ken Singleton added a consistent bat, hitting .357. And shortstop Kiko Garcia led the Birds offense with a .400 average and 6 RBIs. But the Pirate offense could not be stopped. Dave Parker collected 10 hits, and so did Tim Foley. Pittsburgh's .323 average was the highest ever by a series winner. Omar Marino totaled 11 hits. Bill Madlock batted .375. And Phil Garner hit .500 with 12 hits, 1 shy of the series record. But most valuable, Willie Stargell, National League co-MVP, Championship Series MVP, and now World Series MVP at age 38, the oldest man to be so honored. Of his 12 hits, 7 went for extra bases, a series record. Awesome numbers for an awesome man. Willie Stargell brings his clan home to Pittsburgh for one last family celebration.